What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. But we're back. I want to try to do one of these a week or every other week. We'll see how it goes. Don't want to promise anything, but let's talk some wrestling stuff. I'd like to have people kind of give me suggestions on what to talk about, and this just kind of see what everyone wants to hear my opinion about. But I have some stuff with current wrestling that's going on, and let's talk about it. So right now, Money in the Bank is, I think, not this Saturday, but next, on the 1st of July in London, England. Let's talk about who is in the Money in the Bank matches. So for the women's, you got Bayley, you got Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Io Sky, Trish Stratus, and Zoe Stark. I think that's her name. Now, it's such a random, it's random. Like the amount of, or the people. Let me fix this camera a little bit. The people that are in. Am I going the wrong way? Oh, there we go. All right, yeah. The people that are in this Money in the Bank match is just random. You have Bayley. Okay, I kind of expect her to be in it. Becky Lynch, don't really expect her to be in it. I expect her to kind of be fighting for the belt. Trish Stratus, why? Don't get me wrong, she looks good, like she's a legend, all that fun stuff, but why? She just doesn't need to be there. Io Sky, I think it makes sense for her to be in there. She could possibly win it. Same with Zoe Stark. I think that's who that is. Let me look it up real quick. Zoe Stark. Yeah, Zoe Stark. I was right. And then Zelina Vega. I don't know why she's in there. I think she's in there because the LWO is kind of popping off right now, I guess. It kind of has that popularity. It's kind of the same with the men's Money in the Bank match. But in my honest opinion, either somehow Trish is going to end up winning it, or it's going to be either Bayley or Io Sky. So we'll see, I guess. It might be Trish because I think they might continue the Becky and Trish storyline, and I don't know, maybe Becky's gonna cost her from winning the belt or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's that match. So I think probably, actually, I changed my mind. I think either Io Sky or Io Sky or Trish are gonna win. That's what I think. Screw Bayley. But the men's match, you have Damian Priest, you have Dutch, you have what's his name, Escobar from the LWO. You have Shinsuke, you have Ricochet, and then you have LA Knight, and then you have Logan Paul. Now that's an extra person compared to the women's. They might add another person to the women's, but we'll see, I guess. Man, if I had to pick for people to win this that could go up, their career could go up, there's two people. People aren't gonna like this, but Logan Paul could win. I think it might be a little disrespectful, because he's going to win it. He's going to show up once a week. He's not really going to earn it. I think he might if anything, he'd cash in on Seth Rollins, or I think this year actually you're able to. They're making it so you're eligible to cash in on like the mid-level titles, so like the IC and the US. I wonder if you can do the NXT, but I'm not sure. But I could see Logan winning and cashing in on Seth, or maybe I think it'd be good if maybe Logan won and he cashed in for the US Championship and went against Austin Theory. Those two together, I think they would have a good match. I think Logan does have a track record of having good matches, so we could see. And then LA Knight, I think he's gonna be the set winner because he's just, bro, he's going up. The fans love him, and he's doing a good job right now. And I think he could be world champion. He's not gonna beat Roman Reigns. I think that's gonna be maybe someone that's in the bloodline that beats him. But bro, LA Knight as the world heavyweight champion, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. But I think people that will come close to it is, I think, like Shinsuke and Ricochet will come close. But I think Ricochet and Escobar are going to have some high spots in the match. Same with probably Logan, jumping off ladders, prime bottle in the air. You never know. But oh my god, that's kind of what I think about that. Now with recently NXT, let me take a sip of my water. Now recently in NXT, Seth Rollins went down there and he defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Braun Breaker. And I think it's a good idea to kind of do that and like go down there, but they definitely made the decision to do that. I'm guessing because of ratings. But every time I look at NXT, they're still doing pretty good. Like their show isn't bad. It is on a smaller scale compared to like Raw, SmackDown, or like any AEW show, but they're still like they're performing good. Like the difference between like AEW and NXT is AEW's kind of like they're taking people from everywhere and just trying to put them in one spot, and they're pretty much already established. The character's already known to a bunch of people, so they're kind of just trying to grow off of that. In NXT, they're literally going to like colleges and seeing athletes and being like, "Hey, you're a good athlete. You're not gonna make any money in this sport that you were doing unless you want to go like Olympic or whatever. But they're like, let's sign you. Let's get you in here and see if you can do something of it." And most of those people end up doing amazing, and they really grow, and like they're the best people to do it. Like it's crazy. Like they signed an Olympic gold medalist. What's his name? Gabe Stevenson or something like that. I forgot what his name is, but Olympic gold medalist, like in the heavyweight division. He's been training there for what, like a year or two. He's starting to, they just like showed him, I think like the other day on NXT. So maybe he's gonna be coming soon and doing whatever. But I think, I don't know. We'll kind of see where it goes from there. But it's nice to see them being able to create superstars out of just like everyday people or just out of regular athletes, instead of them having to go through and like pick through the indies and be like, okay, this person's good. I saw, like, their match at Wrestle Kingdom, or oh, this person's good. I've seen a couple of their death matches. Like, I kind of don't like that. I like the fact that everything is homegrown right there. Like, they're creating the people as they come through the door. Like, they're putting in the effort, and it's been working out so far. There's a lot of good people out there, and they just keep on going, baby. Now, enough with that. We have four new championships in the WWE. You have one, the Undisputed Universal Championship, which Roman has, which now it's kind of like black and gold, which I think it's different. It's really, really different, but I wish they kind of would have done a different design. Instead, they keep the same design that The Rock presented in like 2014 or 2013, whatever year it was. They need to just update it big time. Like, they just completely need to change it. The World Heavyweight Championship looks good. I don't like the big logo in the middle. I don't like that. I wish they kind of would have went with more like the classic World Heavyweight Championship design. Like, it has the correct like shape of the plate, but like the design through it, I think the WWE logo should have been like at the top middle, instead of being in the middle, like, and being that big. Like, it's just too much. But they did do their versions of those for the women, so they have the WWE Women's Championship, I think. Let me look up let me look it up real quick. I forgot what it's called exactly. Title belts. So yeah, they have the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship, which is the new one that Roman has. They have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which Seth Rollins has. Then they have... if I can find it, if it's even on here. Let's see. Yeah, then they have the WWE Women's World Championship, which, what's her name? Rhea Ripley has, which I like the look of that, which it's the same as the World Heavyweight Championship, only difference is it has a white strap. So that's kind of the only change with that one. And they have the same thing for the other women's championship, if I can find it. Do they not? Do they not have it? What is this? SmackDown? What is happening? They don't tell me they don't have it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Title belts. Where is it? Why would they not have it? They have the NXT Women's Championship, which I just realized there's like blue in that belt. Do you know that? the hell? They really don't have it. They really don't have it on WWE Shop. But anyway, it's the same as the Roman belt. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's just the women's championship, and then you have the women's world championship. It's just those small things. I like the change. I wish they would have made separate belts for the women instead of having them look exactly the same. But I'll take what I can get, I guess. It's different. It's better than, having the Universal with the W. And then you had the WWE Championship with the W. And then you have the Raw Women's Championship with the W. And then you have the SmackDown Women's Championship with the W. They're the same belts. Just thank you for changing it a little bit, at least. But yeah, I like the new belts. Now, let's talk about Bray Wyatt. I really want him to come back. Guys, I'm going to turn this camera around real quick. See this right here? That's from WrestleMania. What is it? It was the COVID Mania. Oh God, now I gotta fix that. There we go. Yeah, it was the COVID Mania where he wrestled, I think it was 36. Yeah, WrestleMania 36 with John Cena as he was wrestling as the Fiend. That's signed and it's out of 30. Or out of 36. It's 30 of 36. And I love him as a wrestler. I think he does a phenomenal job. And I heard through the grapevine that WWE officials want the Fiend to come back, which I kind of hope, but I do want to see how this Uncle Howdy stuff if they continue it. Yeah, I just want it and I miss him. That's pretty much all I have to say about Bray Wyatt. Same with Randy Orton. Randy Orton's another guy that I heard just today that he wants to come back. He can come back any day now. He says he's nowhere near finished wrestling. They might have him come back by Money in the Bank, but they might hold it off till SummerSlam. We'll see. That'd be amazing to have Randy Orton come back. But I need heel Randy. I need him like him wrestling Edge Randy. That's what I need. Like those matches that he had in 2020 or 2021. Top tier. Now, let's see. CM Punk's coming back. I just did a whole video on that. You can go check it out. Tony Khan ruining MJF. It's cool. CM Punk's coming back. I don't think he should go back to AEW. I think it's going to be more trouble than anything. I've already heard, before he even made his TV comeback, that he did a radio show or something and then said some stuff or whatever, and he said stuff that people wouldn't have liked. So he might dig himself in a hole. But I think if he does not work out in AEW, I think he might come back to WWE. Don't want to say he will. He did have a conversation with Triple H. He did go to a show and was backstage for a little bit, talked to wrestlers, caught up with people, had that one-on-one conversation with Triple H. Hopefully it was good, and they made up in whatever way that they needed to. But yeah, I'd love to see him back in WWE. I need it. I need it. I need it big time. I am sick of seeing him in AEW because he's just wasting his life away. Because were they just gonna throw the belt on him, have no good storyline, have another feud with MJF, have a feud with only the top guys in the company? Oh, I don't know, but that's how it goes, I guess. Let's see, the Bloodline. The Bloodline has pretty much broken up. Jimmy and Jay are gone. They're out. They both super kicked Roman. So now it's Roman, Heyman, and Solo together. So they went from a 6-man crew actually with Sammy to now a 3. And I like how they did it, but at the same time I don't. Having having one brother turn, and then like a couple weeks after have the other brother turn, and then now it's the Usos versus Roman and Solo, and I don't know how that's gonna end. I think they might end up costing Roman his first loss in like a singles match in like 3 years or something like that. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but it might have been 3 or 4 years since he's been pinned. So I don't know, man. It's getting rough up in here for that Roman Reigns storyline. Like it's grown so much, and I've enjoyed it a lot. And Roman has grown so much as a character that I feel like I would be happy even if he was champion another year or two. Like I wouldn't be upset. I wish he would wrestle more, like more on like SmackDown, and just be on TV more. But he signed that deal, and he's earning kind of like the schedule that he deserves, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know really what to say about the Bloodline. Like I'm sad that they're going, and that they've separated, and it's 2v2 now, and we're just gonna see who wins. I feel like the Usos are gonna end up making that like push, and they're gonna end up like causing Roman to lose the belt or something, or Roman's gonna break down entirely or something like that. I don't know. Give me your opinions in the comments. But to finish off this episode of the podcast, I want to talk of the current state of the WWE and AEW. So I since the day I was born on June 28th, 98. That was the day that I'm actually going to see, because my birthday's on a Wednesday, my 25th birthday. Mick Foley is coming to my town. And he's doing like a stand-up show, because he does like stand-up comedy. And it's to celebrate the 25th anniversary of their Hell in the Cell match, like Undertaker and his Hell in the Cell match, where he got thrown off the top. And the fact that I was born that day, and that happened, and that was kind of the moment that made me really love wrestling. because The Undertaker is my favorite wrestler ever. And I'm going to this comedy show, and I did get the passes to be able to, like, go and meet Mick Foley. And just the ability to just have a conversation with him and be like, dude, like, this is awesome. But other than that, what I'm trying to say is since I was born, I've loved wrestling, and I've loved WWE specifically. Just the characters, the stories, all of that stuff. And I think WWE still, to this day, for a while, they took kind of like a hiatus when it came to storytelling. But I think it's because there was no real competition out there. There was obviously, like, the Across the Seas with New Japan, and all the other organizations over there, and then here you had, like, Ring of Honor. Right now you have was it GCW that's kind of popping off, but I don't think it's, like, televised or even, like, recorded or lived or whatever. And you have, like, TNA or Impact, and that's kind of it. Like, now you have, like, you still have those shows across the sea. You know, you have AEW, you have Impact, you have the NWA, which is back. You have, I see my dad watches it all the time. It's called Glow. It's literally just women wrestling. And, you know, that's on, like, once a week. Like, there's a lot, there's a lot more competition, I guess, out there, and you kind of have to step it up, because if you don't have good story, people are gonna leave, because, you know, you can only do so much in the ring that keeps it entertaining. I think WWE right now is, I think, the best when it comes to storytelling. It's been ever since Triple H took over for creative. You know, with, like, the whole Roman Reigns stuff right now and the Bloodline, that's been going since 2020. That's been going since Roman came back, won the Universal Championship from Strowman and Bray, and has just been going since, and everything along the way that's been adding with Sami Zayn's, like, Kevin Owens, you know, the Usos, Solo coming in, you know, even like the Romans' uncles rolled up and, like, did some stuff with them. Like, there's a lot to it, and just the fact that you're going years. It's like 3 years of storytelling. You just keep going. Everything's connected. Like, there's nothing like it. You don't have other companies having someone, you know, like Bray Wyatt, that ends up, they're like, okay, we need a guy. This man's creative as hell. He is very, very creative, but we need someone who can put his thoughts into, like, kind of like a script, so we can, like, lay this out and be like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. They literally, WWE hired a guy just to write for Bray Wyatt, and that's incredible. Like, that, and he's, like, known for, like, writing for, like, horror movies and stuff like that. So WWE's really good with storytelling, and I'm like, loving it right now, and I really like it. And that's kind of where, like, I don't like AEW. I don't like it. There is hardly any storytelling at all. It's mainly just like, okay, we're just gonna throw this person. I watched tonight on, was it Dynamite? I sat there. It was like the longest, like, minute to 2 minutes, and the commentator, Tony, I think that's his name, Tony Schiavone or something like that, he went on and on, naming every single match and every single person that's gonna be for this pay-per-view that's on Saturday for them, Saturday or Sunday. Every single person, every single match did their sponsors, did the announcements that they're going to be having later in the show, the announcements they're going to be having in like a week from today. Like, bro, you're talking for 2 minutes straight. There's nothing happening. I don't care. You've been leading up to this pay-per-view. You have like 3 or 4 pay-per-views a year. So every like 3 to 4 months, you have a pay-per-view. And you're spending your shows talking about it with like, oh, this match is coming up. Like, we got it. MJF versus CM Punk for the AEW Championship in a no disqualifications match. It's got a 30-minute time limit. Freaking da da da. It's like, just shut up. Like, you've been trying to build from the last pay-per-view to this pay-per-view. That's the whole point. Like, WWE will like have quick, like, okay, tonight we got, later on we have this person versus this person in a one-on-one match. Moves on to the next segment. It's just like Tony Khan, dude. He's just the way his mind works. It blows my mind, dude. Like, he is a smart guy. Like, his dad is a very smart guy. Like, he built like the Jags pretty well. Like, they're like one of the highest making teams out there, because he's good at marketing and all that stuff. And Tony is he's just something. And I don't understand why he thinks and does the things he does, because it ends up like backfiring. Like, with him just talking about almost once or twice a month, he has some big announcement to make. And they make it so dramatic. They'll post it on their Instagram. They'll post it on their YouTube channel. They'll post it on their Twitter. They'll show it multiple times during 1 2-hour show. Like, oh, he has this big announcement to make. And then it come to find out, it's like, oh, we're having this tournament for absolutely nothing. Like, yes, you have the Owen Hart tournament that's going on there. Yes, it's nice to remember Owen Hart and to have something dedicated to him, but there's no benefit to it. You can win this tournament, but what's going to happen? Are you getting a world championship match? No. You're literally just going and having a tournament just to have a tournament. It's literally just, you can't think of any story, so you're like, okay, let's just have a tournament. And they can't think of story because they allow their wrestlers the freedom. Thankfully, they have the freedom to do this, but they have the freedom to build their own character and do what they want when they want, say what they want. They don't have a script to read, nothing like that. They just go out and wrestle, talk whatever they want, come up with their own story, blah blah blah. But that's why it doesn't do good. You need writers. Like, it's supposed to be an entertainment. It's not just people doing flips and hurting themselves. And I understand you want to give people what they want with, like, those extreme matches and, the acrobatics. But it gets boring sometimes. You need some detail. You need some detail. You need to, like, weave it up in there and have, your freaking storytelling, your match work, your good advertising for the matches. Like, I don't know. AEW is just a mess, and I personally don't like it. I like some of the wrestlers in it. I was sad when a lot of them left WWE and went there. I know they did do that because they wanted that freedom to kind of do what they want and work when they want, but You know, at the end of the day, they are getting pushed aside. Tony Khan is pushing these guys aside that they have contracted to AEW for like multiple years or whatever. Giving them God knows how much money. They're just pushing them aside so they can have their Forbidden Door pay-per-view where they bring in only guys from New Japan or a couple guys from Ring of Honor, which Tony Khan owns, so it's pretty much AEW. It's just not good, in my opinion. If you like it, all to you. It's new, refreshing, I guess, but if it gets boring to you, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's kind of it. If you stayed this long, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed me ranting and whatever, let me know also. And let me know in the comments some of your stuff that you'd like me to talk about on here. Because I would like... It'd be way easier for me to do this every week if I had topics that people kind of provide for me, so I can kind of just give my opinion on it. And yeah, so hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully, guys, I will see you guys in the next podcast in like a week or so, maybe longer, depending. It might be a year from now. We might see. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out.